Today, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how you can get Omni 200 as a duo. Now, for starters, my team's pretty similar. I got Broly, Alucard, Denji, Gohan, and Ichigo, along with Tokoroto as my farm. He needs to have a Labubu and Nami's Memoria. If you can get Jack of all trades or Fortune on it, even better. You want to have Ichigo, Gohan, Alucard, and Denji to all have their specific Memorias. Alucard's should be Contagious. The rest should be Divinity. Mine aren't all Divinity. For example, my Denji is just a Strength 3, I believe. So it's not necessary, but it just helps a lot more. For Broly, any Memoria that does the highest damage, try to get Divinity because you're most likely not going to be able to have enough money to upgrade him. I'm going to be showing you guys what you should upgrade if you're on like the lower stages like Double Dungeon, and you'll see later on in this video. Moving forwards, we have my friend. My friend, he's using Ainz, and this is actually very important. You need to have Ainz, Erza, I don't remember this unit's name, but it's like the founder of the Giants, Astolfo, Brook, and Sprint Wagon. And the reasoning why you're using Sprint Wagon is because you need the 3 Passion units in order to get the spell for Ainz, okay? The 7th unit you're going to be bringing in with you has to be Kazi, and you'll see later why. I'll explain it a lot better, but she's very important for when you get certain bosses that have stunning effect. You can also change this out. For example, Whitebeard would be really good if you have a unit that is, or if you are against a boss that has Overshield. And for example, you could also use Baiken instead of Whitebeard or Kazi if you have a boss like Toji where he's very fast, or Butters, a boss who's very fast and goes along the map really quickly and doesn't really get stunned as much. Then you can pull it back with my Ichigo and the other person, Ainz, whoever's running him, Ainz's Baiken, okay? Now, the reason why we have Astolfo's is because of the fact that he's using Sprint Wagon. He's unable to get the most money out of his unit, okay? Out of his farm unit. Plus, you're going to want to make sure that you're actually properly upgrading your other units, and you want to make sure you just overall have enough money, because realistically, you don't need your units to be doing high damage. The only one that it really matters with is Erza, which you can see here. He has it with a burb, which his burb is actually crazy. I think it's like a 110 total, so it's actually like extremely good. But for the other Memorias, he uses the ones with all Jack of all trades just because of the fact that his damage doesn't matter. He's just trying to make it so that his loadout is cheaper so we can max everything out and use all their abilities, okay? When you're using Kazi though, you're going to want to be using the Black Spirit. Again, I'll put it up on the screen here, you'll see what it is. It's basically just a familiar that helps the meter, her tension meter, go up a lot faster. And she helps a lot with stunning. So for example, bosses like Toji and the Axe statue, which we went up against here, you'll see in the video. We actually got him twice in a row, wave 10 and 20, but still, it would just make it a lot easier where your units aren't getting stunned nearly as much because you can just completely cancel it out. Moving forwards, you're going to see throughout this video who you should upgrade first and who you need to upgrade. So what I would do as my loadout, which you're seeing on the screen here, this is me playing. You're going to want to make sure you get Tokoroto down as soon as you can. Get a couple upgrades on him. Place your Denji, because your Denji is going to have similar range to Gohan. And he's extremely cheap, and it allows you to get Gohan placed down for that 4,500. And you could fend off the first couple of waves, whilst you end up placing down Broly on wave 5 in order to get like that full buff from his ability. You want to make sure wave 5 you're using his ability so that Alucard can just do a crazy amount of damage, okay? You're going to want to make sure that your Tokoroto is getting leveled up as fast as possible. Do not level up any units till your Tokoroto is fully leveled, okay? And don't place your Ichigo nor your Alucard until you already have your Tokoroto fully upgraded and you have your other units placed. Once this is done, you're going to want to upgrade Alucard first, just because of the fact that when the first boss comes, most likely or not, you're not going to have your Ichigo fully leveled by then, and it's just better to have Alucard because of how cheap he is, also with his units that are running across the map. On top of that, he's really good for crowd control, so all the constant units that are coming in, you're going to stop regenerating because it's going to be constantly bleeding. Just overall, best one to get first. Next, you're going to want to get Ichigo maxed out, and the reasoning why is because you need his ability for later in the game, like round 20 when you want to pull. Also, he just does an extremely good amount of damage, so it's just extremely important, okay? If you end up getting enough money, upgrade your Denji, okay? Denji is also very important. He does a lot of damage, has a lot of range, constantly like attacking. It's just overall a really good unit, and it's much better than spending the money on Broly or Gohan. And the reasoning why you don't want to spend money on Gohan is because when you don't have enough money for these lower maps, if you can, try to upgrade Broly. If you can't, then that's fine. Just leave him as is. You just need him basically for the buff that he gives Alucard, okay? But Gohan, as soon as you pop Ichigo's ability and you use all 3 of those lives to do the most damage and pull the units to him, Gohan's going to fully max out and he's going to be the student, which is just going to be, it's just better, okay? Overall, it's just going to be extremely better. He's going to do more damage, and you end up saving that like 120k that you're going to be spending on another unit, and it's just saved up now, so it helps you a lot more with managing your money. If you're on a map like, a good example would be like the Berserk map, or the, I forget what it's called. It's the Dragon Ball map. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but those maps typically end up having a lot more money, so you're able to max out every unit at the beginning. So you're not gonna have to worry about like upgrading certain characters and who should be upgraded first, or if you're able to upgrade Gohan. It's just overall just gonna be way easier. Moving on to what you're going to be doing for the second team. So the second team is obviously the Ainz team. Now, when you start off, obviously you want to have like your money unit down. You want to be getting as much money as possible, but you're going to also want to make sure that you're getting your Erza down as soon as possible. The reasoning why is because if the first person starts upgrading way too early, she won't be able to build up her buff quick enough for round 10 to kill that difficult boss, if it may be that she's going to be doing extra damage because of my Denji and my Alucard. She pulls, you know how she works, right? After that, you're going to make sure that you have your Brook down, and the reasoning why is because his ability constantly buffing damage, giving that little bit of range. It's really good. Astolfo you're also going to want down, and Kazi should be placed down from the 7th slot as soon as possible as well. Again, or Whitebeard, or Baiken. It all depends who your boss is, what your map is, and which ones you're going to want to use. If you guys want to know, just send a message in the comments. Please, can I know what maps to use the certain units for Ainz, and I will respond to you guys. Or better yet, if you guys want it, I can even just post it as a comment inside the video for you guys, okay? Moving forwards, you don't need to focus on upgrading the Giant Founder. Reason being is because she's basically just there as like an extra. She ends up buffing Ichigo a lot. I believe it's 100% damage and 30% range, which is insane if you're gonna keep it till later on for like the final nuke. On top of that, she does do a decent amount of damage, so if you have money left over, you could max her out. You also want your Brook to, realistically, he doesn't have Deadeye on it. He has Marksman. You could do Marksman or Deadeye. It's fully up to you. But the reasoning why some people like to do Deadeye is because if he ends up getting a really good crit off, his ability can do tons and tons of damage, like a 300 mil nuke type of thing, which is just insane, right? You'll also notice that we don't have Kafka in here. Again, your 7th unit you could bring could be Kafka. For example, if you have like the spear statue on the dungeon map, you don't need Whitebeard, you don't need Baiken, you don't need Kazi. You could bring Kafka and just do that extra damage and kill the boss quicker. It's entirely up to what your bosses are. Again, if you guys want me to tell you exactly what bosses do what, just let me know down in the comments down below, and I will post it and give you guys all the information completely. But I want to keep this strictly to duo. And moving forwards from this, if you guys are having any problems at all with figuring out how to get certain familiars and certain units and certain memorias, in my description of the actual video, I'm going to be providing a link to the actual new wiki for anime Vanguards, because they did end up changing it. I know that everybody here is probably wondering, you're rambling on, but I'm just trying to give you guys all the information possible in order to get to wave 200, or not wave, floor 200 on Omni Tower. Huge shout out though to my friend Adrian for helping me out. He is absolutely amazing. He's been helping me so much. I mean, we're already on, I think, I can't remember what exactly, but we're gonna be getting Omni 250 out here soon, okay guys? And this is just to help you guys out, because we're realizing a lot of people saying like, oh, we're solo, oh, it's only me and a friend. We're trying to give you guys everything you can in order to get as high as you can. I understand there's a couple of units you're unable to get anymore. For example, you're unable right now to get Eins unless you trade, but it's just, sorry, it is what it is. You're gonna have to get Eins if you want to duo to 200. It's completely necessary. If I find something else, I will let you guys know. Please though, let me know down in the comments below if you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up, maybe even hype, you know, and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm hoping to get 1,000 subscribers before summertime, so within the next couple of months. If you guys could help me out, that would be absolutely amazing. But without further ado, I'll see you guys later.